Hey survivors, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today we have another video about narcissists, guys. We drink tea here and we talk about narcissists, and let me just tell you the type of tea I'm drinking real quick, guys. It won't take too much of your time because I know it's Sunday, and happy Sunday, by the way. I am drinking this green tea Bigelow. Hope y'all can see that. That's what I'm drinking today, and I mixed it with this peppermint tea right here by Bigelow. Just needed something to stimulate me this morning. Got a lot of things to do, spending time with the family today, and I wanted to make a quick video for you guys. And we are talking about co-parenting with the narcissist. Now, many of you guys that know me, follow me, y'all know this is the main reason I made this channel. I was in court about 3 years ago with the narcissist co-parenter, and it was devastating. You all know that. You know how hard it is to deal with these individuals, and I just started my journey as venting and, you know, sharing my story with this channel. So that was the main reason that I actually made this channel. And then I realized what time y'all don't want to hear about co-parenting all the time, so I started to discuss other topics revolving around narcissism. So anyways, I wanted to update you guys on some things revolving around co-parenting that I noticed, you know, that's going on now. So I'll call it 2022, even though, you know, it may have been going on more so recently last year also. But first topic I want to discuss is about narcissists breaking court orders. Breaking court orders. You know this is what they do, guys. They break the law, so of course they're gonna break court orders. So one thing that they do as far as like family courts and things of that nature, what they're doing right now, they want you two to work together and be the bigger person and put everything that narcissists did in the past, and it's kind of hard depending on what they've done. Because some of this stuff is pretty severe. Some of this stuff involves the criminal side of the legal system. So, you know, the way the family court thinks about it, they try to put that out the way and put, quote unquote, the kids' best interest, which that may not be really in their best interest to go with the narcissist, you know, in most cases, the majority of our cases. So, breaking court orders, I noticed that there's this app that the courts recommend parents use because they're just tired of the he say, she say, and they want to see, I guess, what the behavior is of both parties. And they use this app called Our Family Wizard, and some people use it called Talking Parents. I heard about that too, but it's kind of the same idea. It's an app where you're supposed to communicate everything revolving, excuse me, I had to burp, guys, revolving around the kid and doctor's appointments, the kids' behavior, they're misbehaving, you know, anything, sicknesses, therapists, medications, school meetings, you know, anything revolving around the kids, parenting, you know, anything that's going to be appropriate, you know. So I've noticed that the group that main group that I'm in is in Rebecca Zone's group. Everyone that I read in this group posts about narcissists not wanting to be on this app, and I think this is really interesting because it's just a communication app. It's not, you're not supposed to be texting each other in most orders, not supposed to be texting or calling. You know, smaller kids, they may let you have access to FaceTime calls or something like that, but kids get bigger, they usually okay with the phone call, and, you know, just, you know, phone call as far as communicating with the other parent and just being on the app. Now, narcissists are saying that the app doesn't work. And it's like, the app is like Facebook. It's very up-to-date technology. It's excellent. It has even a meter tone, and you pay over $100 a year for it. So it works. It works. So why are the narcissists lying and breaking the court order when it comes to this app, which is very interesting. One of my theories about this is that they don't like documented communication because they can't gaslight, twist things around, and play, you know, have a little playground. It's not a playground. A lot of them don't like to use it. I'm not saying all of them, because the narcissist in my situation used it for like a year. Then he stopped. He was like, it doesn't work. His excuse is like, it doesn't work. The app gives him problems. And I had to redirect his issues, because he's supposed to be co-parenting, so he's supposed to resolve issues, but he's technically breaking a court order. So this is a great example. I said, I'm gonna call our family wizard for you, and the representative said they don't have any problem with helping you get back in. No response, nor the text. He was texting me about things that should have been, really on the app for us to communicate. A couple of months later, still not on the app. And I said, hey, it's not even just the app, it's a website, so you can actually type in ourfamilywizard.com and pull it up, and they'll help you. No response. He's still doing what he wants to do. So that's how narcissists are. Very childish. They do break court orders, and I know it may not seem that serious or big of a deal, but it is, because guess what? They can lie on you and say, you didn't tell me about a doctor's appointment, you didn't tell me about a therapist, she didn't tell me this, Your Honor, she didn't share information about my kid's behavior, I just don't understand, she's not working with me. These are the things they'll say in court, because they are working against you. They're not working with you, but the courts want you to work together. So it's kind of like a crazy situation. The courts want you to work together. The narcissist is working against you, but they're trying to make it seem like they are. So they give a lot of excuses. Oh, I'm coming to drop the kids off. It's a train that's crossing and it's taking forever. I'm sorry, but I'm running late. And there may be a set time y'all supposed to meet and drop the kids off. It may be 5 o'clock on the dot, and the courts may allow a 15-minute time frame. And the narcissist is like 5:20, 5:30, and they're like, I'm coming, I promise. This train is taking a long time, and then there's traffic, and it's a roadblock, and but this may not be the first time. It may be a repeat pattern of them being late, which to some people on the outside may seem petty, but to you, knowing a narcissist, they could be trying to make you angry and respond in a way that's going to make you look like you're petty, if that makes sense. Now this can be very confusing unless you're really working with a narcissist and you understand how they do things. Now they are like children, like teenagers, and I know disrespect the teenagers, because there are some good teenagers, but I'm just saying the stereotypical teenager. That maybe someone is irresponsible and let the kids stay up all night, eat pizzas and candy, and just don't really care. You're the one taking them to the dentist because they got to do 20-something cavities on their teeth because the narcissist is sugaring them down with foods, and you just like, oh my God, like the kids. That's another issue that's coming up in the groups. The kids don't even want to eat cooked food anymore. And a lot of us can, we're pretty nice in the kitchen. We can bake chicken, make French toast, and veggies, and I know people say, well, kids don't like veggies, most kids, but some of them may be pretty good. Broccoli and cheese and steak, and the kids are just like, throwing a lot of the food and trash, because with the narcissist, they're having pizzas every night. So they're just kids is looking like, am I going to eat a sandwich and fries with her, or with mom, or baked chicken and rice, or I just rather have a pizza, because this is what they're getting on the Disneyland dads weekend. Narcissists, the males, or Disneyland dads, they play the game and they spoil the kids rotten, and you can't even really parent them, because then you'll look like the bad guy. It's just, you can parent them, it's just so difficult, because you're not even dealing with the narcissist, you're dealing with trying to get your kids' behavior and, getting them to do healthy things with you, but the narcissist is basically spoiling them rotten. Anything that you do, they're doing the opposite. And I'm jumping around, guys, but just keep up with what I'm saying, if you can keep up with me, guys, because I'm jumping around. I feel like I don't want to be confusing to you guys. But they are very childish, and their goal, I feel like a lot of narcissists' ultimate goal is to get sole custody, so they won't have to share the kid with you. They don't want to share anything. They're very selfish, so they try to pretty much set you up over and over again, over and over again. Everything is a game with them, and it's just, it's disturbing. It's awful, because your kids come back with different behaviors, and they may not be meeting some of their milestones, or they may be delayed in certain ways, and then they may still be waiting to bed at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old because, you know, they're stressed, you know, going back and forth, and whatever the narcissists do, they are, you know, toxic, awful parents, you know. They're only interested in pretty much getting the kids to tell them things about you or your new spouse or boyfriend, using them for information, not really punishing them. Their type of parenting is just so childish, you know. But to the mindset of the courts, they may look at it like that's a parenting issue. If the kid needs to go to bed at a certain time, why don't you talk to him? You know, ask the other parent that. Why do y'all have to come here for this? This is petty. You know, they think everything is petty in some ways. But to you, it's not petty because that's your child. You want the best for your child. It's an emotional thing, and narcissists are good at getting emotional responses when children are involved. Like I said on one of my other videos, I was reading a survivor story that's in a group on Facebook, and she said that the narcissist and the new supply is cutting the little girl's hair. She got 2 daughters, cutting the hair just about every weekend. You know, one parent usually have the kid during the school week, and the other parents get the weekends. So they are cutting the little girl's hair, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is an emotional response, because you as a mother per se, you know, if you are a woman watching this, you just, you know, you're in charge of your daughter's hair, you know, her appearance. So narcissists do try to alter kids' appearances. May cut the hair, may color the hair, do piercings, and they are just like, you know, they make you seem difficult if you don't agree to this. You might be saying, hey, you know, she's only like 8. She doesn't need her hair colored. She's only 9 or 10, you know. Let's just wait. You know, what's the rush? And the narcissist is like, I don't care. Like, let's just see, you're bad. And they may tell the kids, sorry, but mommy doesn't want you to, you know, get your hair done in this cool style. Or the little boys, you know, they'll pull the same thing, try to alter a little boy's appearances and get them to, you know, they're so caught up in causing conflict with you and working against you, going backwards. They're doing this. The narcissist knows what they're doing, but they can put it in a way that makes you sound difficult, like you just don't agree with anything that your kid wants or whatever, even though they're telling the kid, why don't you get your hair cut like this will look nice, or put this color, like, you know, one of their cartoon characters on the TV or something. That would look cool. Don't you like that? Okay, I'll get it for you. Let's just ask mom. See, she doesn't agree. She doesn't want you to have it. I'm sorry. You know, they actually use the kids and mess with them, toy with them emotionally at very young age. Even the smaller kids, it's very, it's really hard when the smaller kids, because they'll be telling them bad things and the courts don't see that, you know. So some of the things that I thought about, I wish I would have done this back in the days. You know, I say back in the days because my situation as far as family courts is going on 15 years, basically. So recording your kids before they go with the narcissist, and it may just be, you know, head to toe, because some kids are in actual really bad situations where they come back with bumps and bruises and medical issues, and I hope that you guys are not going through that. But if you are, please contact an attorney, because that's really bad, you know. And I know these situations are, you know, they can be handled like really in a way where it seems like the narcissist gets a slap on the wrist. I heard a lot of those things as far as CPS. I've dealt with them before, giving everything, like, you know, just brushing it under the rug, closing the case. But with narcissists, if you're going to be in a long haul, and I'm kind of in a long haul with my situation, like going on 18 years, and they play the game long. They're going to be trying to destroy you and divide your kids, and make the kids side with them and use them for supply. It's going to be, you know, with them, they are high conflict, so they're going to play these games for 18 years, you know, and it's just awful on the kids that they have to grow up like this. But my point is that you got, you know, you can record the kids before they go to the narcissist, like pictures and videos, and then their behavior when they come back, because they may have an altered appearance when they come back, and the narcissist may not even say anything to you. they may leave with hair like this and come back with hair like this short. Messing around with the narcissist, you know, they can be unpredictable sometimes and do anything to hurt you. If they realize that's going to hurt you and try to get an emotional response, they will do something like that, which is it's just awful. So the younger kids is really tough, because some of them, even, you know, like infants, some of y'all have kids that small. Man, it's tough, you know, because narcissists don't take good care of kids. They usually put them off on a new supply, or they're enablers, which may be the mother of a narcissistic male. You know, they would put the kids off, and a lot of times narcissists don't do things that, as far as like being responsible. Kids have a lot of issues, you know, medical issues, from diaper rashes to, you know, a lot of falls and bumps and, you know, crazy stuff that goes on. And, you know, you have to document this stuff on a period of time and show the pattern of the narcissist, like your kid. It's always, because people want to make you seem like, you know, when I say people, I mean, like, a lot of times in the legal system, they're going to make it seem like, oh, kids just fall. I mean, it happens, man. Why are you, you know, like, you're the person with the problem, you know, making you sound crazy, because, you know, sometimes people don't like to do their job. And when I say people, I mean, sometimes there's some judges that are narcissistic. I'm not saying all of them are, but just the way that they talk to you sometimes in the legal system, and they try to bully you, kind of like what the narcissist does. You know, they want to throw everything out and make you seem like you're petty, or, you know, so you're always going to have to make it seem like you're trying to communicate with the narcissist and trying to solve the conflict that you two have without getting the courts involved. You can always try that with them. And with narcissists, they are using a lot of manipulative techniques. So there's room for them to make a lot of mistakes, and they do end up making a lot of mistakes throughout the years, you know. They try to clean it up. They're very sneaky little devils, you know. They'll try to clean up things and cover stuff up and, you know, twist stuff around. And even as a educated empath, so to speak, they still want to run game. That's all they know, you know, running the game on you, changing up their manipulative techniques. They're using a lot of techniques to cover their tracks and to manipulate you. So, the techniques that you have to use are the ones that we all know about in this community, is gray rock and no contact, and, you know, a lot of things that you have to understand. Even when they're being fake nice, I said that in my last video, you have to you know, still deal with them in a certain way, you know, keeping it strictly business, so to speak, because there are awful things going on when children are involved. It's very painful, and I'm just saying this because I've been dealing with it for so long, but I knew where I was at emotionally 14 years ago to where I'm at now, and you see why they play some of the games that they do, because they are trying to get an emotional response. They're trying to win and take your kids away. They don't want to co-parent with you. They hate you, basically, and they are just trying, because it's winning or losing for them. So if they win, they're going to be, you know, win, and I mean win, so custody, and, you know, they got the kids, they're going to be partying and bragging about it, and it's just going to be a big deal to them. But it's so childish, you know, because you both are supposed to be working together, but it's just a game to them. So they're going to play games and do mean things. I heard some awful stories, more worse than mine, but what I'm just saying is mainly, you know, before you go to court, just try to show them that you are trying, you know. And Our Family Wizard is great because it shows that, hey, you know, I see, you know, Diego came back with a bruise on his head. It looks like it's kind of big, so I did, you know, take him to the doctor, or I'm going to take him to the doctor, and just make sure everything's okay. I know you said he fell, but it looks like it's pretty bad, so I just want to let the doctor look at it, make sure there's no swelling or anything going on. And you get the notes from the doctor, and make sure you have a good doctor. Anybody that you're involved with, you don't need to deal with any more narcissists. Make sure whoever you're dealing with is doing their job. Doctors, therapists, lawyers, psychiatrists, psychologists, teachers, principals. I know you can't, you know, but just make sure that you are aware of these people that you're dealing with, because some of these people try to side with the narcissists, and you got to understand their behaviors too. And it can be really, you know, it can be really tricky dealing with so many people. So if you do deal with a teacher that is kind of more, you know, pro-dad or side with the narcissist, you just got to be careful. You got to deal with them in the same way. Use some of the same tactics that you deal with the narcissist. Just keep it together, and, you know, only deal with them, you know, regarding your child, and, you know, don't be nasty to them, because the narcissist is going to tell. I always say this, narcissists are snitches. So don't be nasty to the teachers or the doctors or anybody that you don't agree with, because that's going to make you look bad in court. And a narcissist is going to tell, they're going to try to crush you in court, try to crush you. So any one little thing that you do, or they feel like, oh, I got you, and they're going to blow it up in court and make it seem like the things that they do is you know, it's just a mistake. So try to communicate with them and work issues out, you know, before you get to court, without the courts involved. And you could try that, and make sure you have people in your corner, so you'll know that, okay, I took my emotions out of this situation. My kid came back with their haircut. You know, you get on Our Family Wizard and say, hey, I noticed you cut Ashley's hair again. You know, it looks, you know, uneven. Let me take her to a beautician of mine and get them to look at it, try to fix it up. And if you don't mind, I'd like her to stay with this particular beautician, or, you know, just document it. The point is that the narcissist may not, you know, do what you're saying, because they'll say, oh, no, it's not even your, you know, they'll try to go back and forth with you, but you can just say what you have to say and then stop yourself. You don't have to argue with them and engage into that drama and that conflict, you know, that they try to pull you into all the time. And you have to figure out a good way to resolve the issues that you have with them. And if you, you know, if you have a pattern and stuff of their behaviors, then it's probably a good time to go get someone to look at it, like a judge, and, you know, get your attorney and get things together. But, you know, outside of court, that's when the real games are. Everything is the game, and you're being watched too, because the judges are talk to you both. I remember last time I went to court, she said, you guys have a high conflict case. And I was like, at first I didn't understand the term, but you were considering me and him. Like, you both are high conflict people. And I'm like, I'm not high conflict, honey. Honey, I'm not high conflict. You know, this guy is, you know, sorry about that. That was my phone, guys. But, you know, this guy's the one that's high conflict. But, you know, you have to have enough evidence and pattern that showing that you're trying to resolve things, you're trying to work things out. And even as, you know, we make mistakes. We get angry at the narcissist, and we may be petty, but you just have to be careful, because, you know, the stakes are high. You know, children are online, their lives, their livelihood, and it sucks. It's rough. It's very stressful. It takes a lot to deal with narcissists on a daily basis. But yeah, those are a lot of things that I wanted to go over that were on my mind, that I'm seeing, you know, in a lot of my groups about narcissists, you know, that I follow. People are dealing with the narcissist, trying to get an emotional response. And even though we are educated on them, it's still rough on a day-to-day basis, you know. So, you know, if they're giving excuses, narcissists, oh, you know, I got off of work late. And I say, you know, you don't have to say, hey, I'm sorry that you're getting off of work late. I understand, but this court order says you're supposed to be here at this time, and I need to get our kid. So can you talk to your supervisor and, you know, figure that out so you can be on time. We can both work together and follow this court order. You have to correct, you have to offer a solution, you know, and offering them the solution is the legal documents. You know what I mean? You know, they're slick. They got a lot of excuses and a lot of manipulative techniques, and they can make it seem like, you know, they're a victim when you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. Now they're like, you're just being so mean. I don't understand why you're being so complicated. I told you I'm getting off of work late, but you get off of work late every week. You're late coming to the visit. Like, I'm sorry, but you have to work on that, because now I have things to do. I have a life too, you know. So you have to offer them a solution, and it's tough. Tough. Not easy, the co-parenting thing. And those are a lot of the bases that I wanted to cover today, guys. So I don't think I can't really think of something else that I missed, because I did see, I covered the Our Family Wizard, try to get them, motivate them to go back up there if they're playing that game and giving you an excuse that it doesn't work. Try to motivate them, because they give a lot of excuses. Try to offer a solution and motivate them to encourage them to do the right thing. So when you go to court, you say, Your Honor, I did call Our Family Wizard for him, and I asked him, can he please get back up there, you know, so they won't look like you both breaking the court order. Don't, just because a narcissist is not following the court order doesn't mean you have to follow it. I mean, it doesn't mean you're going to follow it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want a judge yelling at you and saying, you both are just, so why are you not up there? So you both, it's a communication problem. Go to a co-parenting class. And I went to a co-parenting class. and that's more money that you have to pay. And, you know, you want to make sure their rulings are not sending you in a little circle. You know what I mean? Like, get back on our family with it. Both of y'all need to be up there, you know, and you already know that. So you stay up there. Even if the narcissist is not going to be up there, you still communicate and ask them to get back up there. You know, you be on time to the drop-offs. Even if they're not on time, they're giving you excuses. They are really slick, and a lot of things that they can do, they can make you go down with them. Don't go down with the narcissist. Make sure you are thinking, and you're thinking, hey, you know, they always trying to set you up. And if they can't, like, take you down, they'll even, like, destroy themselves trying to take you down. That's how they are. They try so hard with their little games, and you don't want to get in a situation where you both are breaking the court order, and the courts think that, you know, you both are just playing games. When it's not you, it's the narcissist. So, yeah, keep up, you know, get a part of a support group, because there's some awesome ones on Facebook, and everybody's like, you know, type in the issues that they're having, and you get tons of responses and help, and it's just very helpful, very motivating. You know, I didn't have that at the time. It wasn't like that at the time when I first started dealing with the narcissist in the legal system, but it's amazing. So you're going to need a support group, and depending on where you're at, if you're not in a good place mentally, you can get counseling, but you got to be careful, because the narcissist is going to try to request those records and make it seem like you have issues and you don't need to parent, and, you know, they try to use so much against you. You know, you just got to be careful and save up your money for a rainy day, because you never know when you're going to need an attorney again to deal with them in court. So those are some of the things that I'm seeing, you know, and I wanted to make y'all aware of. So comment below, guys. Tell me, hopefully, you know, you got the co-parenting thing. It's, you know, you got it as good as you can get it, because I know with narcissists it's kind of, but if they're being silent, it's probably a good thing. That's probably about the best you're going to get it. They're being silent with you, because they could be being, you know, snappy and going at you. That's when they feel like they got a way to mess with you, and they know how to break you down, so they keep coming at you, trying to get you. But if they're being silent, you pretty much are probably doing everything pretty good where they can't come at you like they want to, so they just kind of back off, because they know they can't get you. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about this video, and I hope that y'all enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and please turn on your notifications, guys, and keep commenting below so YouTube can know that, you know, this channel is, you know, y'all are enjoying the content, guys, and I will talk to you guys soon.